What really scary horror story really happened in your life or to the people you know? I suffer from insomnia, which can be very draining. I have a bed, but it's mostly used as a second couch. I sit under the duvet with my laptop and either get some work done or mindlessly scroll through social media. Nights, for me, are no different than days, except all my friends are asleep, so I can't chat with them. I've made friends online with people on the other side of the planet, so I can at least talk to someone at 3 a.m. when I need interaction. After years of binge-watching TV shows and terrible movies, I'm used to doing nothing for hours at a time. I'm subscribed to far too many channels on YouTube just for the content, so spending hours looking for something to watch is nothing new. But 3 weeks ago, I found a live streamer who streams every single night. He turns on his camera and goes to sleep. That's it. He titles the stream "Watch Me Sleep." And so, I do. I promise it's not a sex thing. For me, at least. I can't speak for the other 38 people watching. For me, this stream of a random man sleeping is like the food videos people watch while on a diet. It's calming. There's something weirdly peaceful about seeing someone else able to fall asleep. I found myself tuning in every night. He looks sad before bed. Every morning when he wakes up, he walks to the camera and quietly says, "Thank you," before ending the stream. Each night, the viewer count fluctuates, from high hundreds to single digits. The comments are usually the same: "This is boring. Do something. Why am I watching this?" The streamer never replies. He never changes the title. There's no explanation for why he's doing this, no profile bio, no socials, no backstory. The mystery of it. That's what pulled me in. It started 5 days ago. I was watching a movie and joined the stream late. He was already asleep by the time I clicked in. As the video loaded, I caught something, just for a second. A shape? A blur? A figure? I couldn't quite tell. I scrolled back 10 seconds and replayed the moment. Nothing. I figured it was a glitch. But then, 4 nights ago, I joined late again after drinks with friends. This time, I definitely saw it. A figure. In the dark. It stood next to the bed, silently watching the sleeping man. I checked the chat, 16 other people were watching, but no one mentioned it. They were talking about the dark bed cover. Or complaining about the pillows. But no mention of him. So I typed, "Who is that in the room with him?" The replies came quickly. Stag 47. What? Lumpy Grump. Who? Night Watch. What are you talking about? Don't talk Tome. Don't try to make this more interesting. Can you not see the thing standing next to the bed? I typed again. Head Cassie. Haha, good one. Night Watch, you're not fooling anyone. No one believed me. I refreshed the stream. It was still there. But this time, it turned and looked at me. Slam. I shut my laptop, heart pounding in my ears. I told myself it was sleep deprivation, hallucination, day nightmaring or something. It had to be. 3 nights ago. I joined again. This time, I wasn't exhausted. I hadn't been drinking. I'd done everything right. The stream loaded. And there it was. The figure. Tall. Almost human. But not quite. Like someone tried to draw a person from memory and got the proportions wrong. It stood beside the bed. But it wasn't watching the sleeping man. It was watching me. I froze. I couldn't move. Its eyes, if you can call them that, locked onto mine. I swear it could see me, as clearly as I saw it. My hands trembled. I wanted to close the laptop. I didn't. I couldn't. I watched it for hours, and it watched me. Then, it moved. It stepped forward. Its face filled the screen. It tilted its head, almost curious. Maybe even fascinated. It raised its hand. I don't know why I did it, but I lifted mine too. And when our hands met on the screen, it vanished. The next thing I knew, it was morning. And for the first time in years, I felt rested. Not a nap. Not a blackout. Not a short burst of unconsciousness. Sleep. I had to find him. Warn him. But how? He never responded to comments. His username, WatchMeSleep, led to nothing, no other socials, no website. Then I remembered something. That backpack. It hung by his bed. I'd seen it so many times before, never thought twice about it. It had a college logo. A little Googling, and less than an hour later, I'd found the school. It wasn't too far away. Well, for someone who doesn't sleep, a 14-hour drive doesn't seem too bad. The next day, I arrived on campus. It was huge. I had no real plan. Just a screen grab of his face. After hours of walking, I finally found someone who recognized him and pointed me to his dorm. 20 minutes later, I was knocking on his door. It opened. He stared at me. "Hello?" he said. "It's you," I said, stunned. "And you are?" he asked politely. "I'm Kevin."
I watch you sleep."
He blinked, then smiled, a little embarrassed. "Oh, I'm Eric. And thank you. I saw something in the room with you," I said, careful not to sound insane. He turned, looked around his room, then back at me. What did it do? You believe me? He nodded, stepped aside, and gestured for me to come in. Over coffee, I told him everything. He didn't interrupt. Just listened. When I finally finished, he let out a slow breath. I appreciate you coming all this way. But I already know. I waited. He looked at me and finally continued. It started when I took a job watching a man sleep. He had a sleep demon attached to him. It hurt him whenever he entered the dream realm. He hired me to stay awake while he slept. But one night, I fell asleep. And the demon latched onto me. He rolled up his sleeves. Scratches. Bites. Scars. That's why I started the live stream. As long as someone's watching, it doesn't hurt me. He paused. That thing you saw. I can't see it. I never have. You said it's a sleep demon? I asked. He nodded. I suffer from insomnia. I can't enter the dream realm. His eyes widened. You think it's interested in you? Because you're unreachable? I think it wants to understand me. What are you saying? Let me watch you sleep. If it shows itself to me on a screen, it'll show itself to me in person. Maybe we can learn something. He hesitated. It could hurt you. It could kill you. I want to do this. If my insomnia can help someone, maybe my years of torture will be worth something. He looked at me with a kind of sadness that hit harder than a punch. An hour later, Eric got ready for bed. I sat at his desk. Watching. Waiting. He whispered, "Thank you," as he climbed into bed. It didn't take long. As soon as he drifted off, it appeared. The figure stood by the bed. Then turned. Saw me. And smiled. It walked over. Kneeling to meet my eye level, it tilted its head. Curious. Calculating. It raised its hand. And I raised mine. We touched. The next morning, Eric woke up and sat up slowly. "It's gone," he whispered, exhaling like he'd been holding his breath for years. He turned to me. But I was already standing. "Did you fall asleep?" he asked solemnly. "No," I said gently. He stared. "Your eyes," he whispered. "What about them?" I asked, already knowing the answer. "They're not yours." I smiled. Walked to the door. "Goodbye, Eric." As I stepped into the hallway, I heard the click of the lock behind me. I didn't blame him. I placed a hand on my chest. And whispered. "Let's go home." A voice, its voice, answered from deep inside me said.